Thank you, Craig. I am so fortunate to now have the opportunity to announce our 2020 Oregon Bankers Hall of Fame inductee. The Hall of Fame Award is our association's highest honor. It's given each year to someone who has contributed significantly to the Oregon banking industry as a whole, to the OBA, and to the communities in which they have lived and worked. Induction into the Hall of Fame is an unparalleled and distinguished honor within the Oregon banking community. When we typically give out this award, it is at a banquet with slides playing that recognize our past inductees, and there's always a fair amount of emotion and standing ovations involved. But although we can't be together in person for this year's honoree, I want you to know that it is no less heartfelt and exciting to recognize this great Oregon banker. I'll start by telling you a little bit about our inductee's background. He started his banking career in 1972 in data processing and operations at Oregon Mutual Savings Bank. In 1979, he moved to the Bank of Newport, where he served in a variety of positions ranging from operations officer to cashier to CFO to interim president and CEO. In 1991, he went to work at National Security Bank, serving as Senior Vice President and COO until the sale of the bank to West One Bank. From there, it gets even more interesting. Our inductee went on to found not one, but two Oregon banks. In 1995, he was a founder of Lincoln Security Bank, where he served as president and CEO until 2001. That bank was first sold to the Independent Financial Network and ultimately to Umpqua Bank. In 2001, our inductee went on to found and then serve as president and CEO of Oregon Coast Bank, still headquartered today in Newport. Of course, the man I'm talking about is Fred Postlewait. Besides being a successful Oregon banker, Fred is admired for his many other accomplishments and contributions. Within the communities where he lives and works, Fred is past president of the Yaquina Bay Economic Foundation, a past treasurer of the Oregon Coast Aquarium Board of Directors, and a former board member of the Lincoln County Historical Foundation, Lincoln County Food Share, and YMCA. Fred also gave generously of his expertise, serving as past chairman of the Lincoln County Budget Committee, the Pacific Communities Hospital District Budget Committee, and the Lincoln County School District Budget Committee. He also served as a member of the Port of Newport Audit and Budget Committees. Additionally, Fred has served as chairman of committees for the construction of a county jail and passage of community college levies. Within our association, Fred has also given his time and talent, serving as a past member of both the OBA and the Synergy by Association boards of directors. In terms of education, Fred is a graduate of Lewis and Clark College and the Stonier Graduate School of Banking. Fred's banking legacy goes well beyond his own career. Fred and his wife of 48 years, Mary, have 3 grown children, Joe, Jill, and Jake. And all 3 children are successful bankers in their own right and carry on his legacy at Oregon Coast Bank. Joe is the bank's president and CEO. Jill is senior vice president of HR and commercial lending. And Jake is senior vice president and chief lending officer. How many Oregon bankers can count 3 children following in their own career footsteps? In fact, on that note, I'd like to share some words sent to me by Jill. My dad is personally responsible for the very essence of what Oregon Coast Bank is and what it does. There are 56 people who take home a paycheck because of him. Thousands of people own their own homes, own their own businesses, have gotten a second chance, or have gotten to fulfill their dreams because of my dad. His 3 children have jobs and careers and can make a difference just like he did. He wanted to build something meaningful and impactful, and he did that. And he did it in a way that allows his kids to continue his vision. She added, I was once asked to describe him as a businessman and entrepreneur. I said that he was like a bullet train. He had a destination. He was going to get there regardless of any obstacles. His path was very clear to him, and he had a plan of what he wanted to do when he arrived. His personal drive was going to take everyone there with him, so if you didn't want to go, then you'd better get off the train because there was no stopping him. Among the other compelling information we received about Fred and his nomination was a letter titled "Thanks, Fred," from David Lutz, which made me laugh out loud and warm my heart at the same time. It sounded so much like Fred. For one thing, Dave pointed out, and I quote, that if you ask Fred which Hall of Fame he would prefer, he'd say Cooperstown. But as good of a pitcher as he was an even better banker, and no one is more deserving of induction into the Oregon Bankers Hall of Fame than Fred Postlewait. He went on to detail many of Fred's terrific accomplishments, but also talked of his steady leadership, his willingness to share credit, and his excellent listening skills, as well as his around-the-clock connection and commitment to his customers. So in closing, Dave noted how much Fred empowered Oregon Coast Bank employees to simply and genuinely do the right thing. I personally have the greatest admiration and respect for Fred. I enjoyed every one of our conversations over the years, his authentic and no-nonsense style, and his dedication to Oregon community banking. I treasure his support and friendship over the years. He truly is, in every way, the epitome of what the Hall of Fame Award is about. So, on behalf of the Oregon banking community, I am proud to present you, Fred Postlewait, with this plaque, which I'll of course be sending your way, that commemorates your induction into the Oregon Bankers Hall of Fame on this Tuesday, December 8th, 2020, in recognition of your extraordinary contributions to your community, the banking industry, the OBA, and the state of Oregon. Congratulations, Fred Postlewait. Now over to you.
That is way more than I deserve. I'm reminded of what Groucho Marx talked about, what kind of organization would have me as a member. And I really kind of like the same way. But anyhow, the OBA and the Oregon Bankers Association and banking in Oregon has been fabulous to me and the family. And I'm proud to be a small part of it. And continuing as a cog in the wheel here. The bank has doubled in size since I think I left it. And it'll probably be unrecognizable in a few more years. Anyhow, I thank you very much for the nomination and the honor. It is that.
Wow, thank you, Fred. What a well-deserved honor. Congratulations from your many friends throughout the Oregon banking community. With that, back to you, Craig.